Martins.
Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? What's happening? Welcome to another episode of Grassroots Chats with the host MC SaabiiBoi and Dwayne P. Frank. And of course, we have the lads in the building. The lads in the building. They are very happy. They trust me, they're so happy because something happened this weekend. Arsenal finally beat Mourinho, which is something nobody actually saw coming. So we're going to jump straight into it. First of all, how's everybody doing? You good, Dwayne? Good?
I'm all good. I'm all good.
Yeah, you good, Steve?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
You've had a good week, yes, Mike?
Yeah.
Ask me then. Ask me if I'm good.
Are you good, Mike?
Damn right I'm good, mate. Damn right I'm good.
All right, cool. Let's jump into it. First of all, congratulations, Arsenal. It was actually a very good game, especially when the goal went in, or just before the goal went in. That game actually showed a couple of things. It showed that, as everybody has been complaining about the Arsenal mentality, it's not as down as everybody thought, especially going down to such a wonderful goal. But the questions about that game is very simple. So I heard some other pundits say that winning the FA Cup last season gave Mikel Arteta some time. It gave him some time to actually prove that he has the skill set to take Arsenal to the next step. So now the question is this simple: if Arsenal can raise their game up against Tottenham, which is a derby, and with the ups and downs of how the season has gone, how much more time should Mikel Arteta be given? That's one of the first questions. What do you think, Mike?
Mate, I've already said it before. This is for me, it's a 5-year project, standard. Yeah. So a lot of foolish Arsenal fans think that the next level, winning the title and challenging all them things there. It's not. The next level is to get back to where we were in the first place for me, which is getting into the top 4 first of all. You can't go from where we are now, winning titles, unless it's a fluky season. So the next step is stability. Well, maybe win a cup again, whatever, Europa League, whatever, and get stable and then challenge. So I think there's another step in between us actually challenging, not even winning, just challenging, which is to get into top 4 first, because you can't challenge when you're in the top 4. So I don't think anybody else is going to come in and do much better. I mean, somebody could do better with the players we've got, but you need to get people out. Klopp had to do it. You have to get people out first, clear the deck, so to speak, get people who are willing to play to your style, get an identity going, get some better players in. That's normally how it works, because we're not a club that's just going to spend 500 million and get the top players. That's not who we are. So for me, I'd give him at least till the end of next season. Well, obviously, if something drastic happens and we're fighting relegation, then he needs to go. But for me, it's a long-term project. So it's just going to take a bit more time. But obviously, Steve's a gooner. I have something different. And, Dwayne's... What do you think
about Dwayne? What do you think about Dwayne? Michael just said it's a 5-year project. And from the way things are looking, already in that project, he's already won an FA Cup. And he seems like he's actually made the defense better. Luis looks like a new signing. And Odegaard is looking wonderful. Do you actually think it's a 5-year project?
No, it's a difficult situation because the way football is nowadays, can directors give managers 5 years? This is the issue. I get where Mike's coming from 100%, but yes, 100% Arsenal have got to get back in that top 4. I mean, for me, Arsenal are still one of the biggest clubs in Europe. They're a great club to go to. Don't be fooled by their position. I don't know where they are now. 8, 7, 6. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the table.
They're 10th.
They're 10th. Oh, sugar. Okay. So in regards to Arsenal, they're still seen as a big club to go to. Now, can Arsenal afford to be pitter-pattering on the outskirts of Europe? No, they can't. This 5-year plan, I don't know if Arteta would get that now.
Wait, 5 years to be challenging, not 5 years to get back into the top 4.
Challenging. When you say challenging, do you mean as in the
Premier League? As in a title contender, yeah. Not 5 years to get back in the top 4. Top 4 should be a lot sooner than that.
I don't know how long it's going to take Arsenal. I mean, See, the thing is, I will go with Arsenal fans, but I like Arsenal a lot. I respect them. I love the club. However, when they're getting better, we're gonna obviously everyone else is gonna get better as well. The worry for me in regards to Arsenal is this stuttering point that they seem to be at. Yes, that FA Cup has definitely glossed over everything. But whilst they're improving, surely the likes of the Man City and Chelsea and Man United and whoever else are going to improve too. So my issue is, how are they going to get into that top four, let alone challenge in the next 4 or 5 years? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't see it. I just don't see it. I want to, but I don't see it. And that's why I'm worried about this 5-year thing, because can Arteta take them to the next level? I don't know if he can, man.
Well, while you're thinking, so Steve, look at it from this angle. So
Uh,
Mike says it's a 5-year plan to challenge for a title. Now, if it's a 5-year plan to challenge for a title, he also broke down the fact that before you even challenge for a title, you have to get top 4. You have to get back the consistency of top 4. So now, this is Arteta's first full season. In his last season, when he came in, he won the FA Cups. Everybody was excited. If he doesn't get top 4 this season, do you actually think that 5-year plan is going according to how he should go?
I'll probably say yes, because the thing about top 4 and challenging for the title, it's about finance, isn't it? So the thing is, so long as he's making progress and continue to make progress, he should stay in the job. And if Arsenal stick with him, it'll probably be one of the only clubs that do stick with their managers for such a long period of time. We're not going to do like Chelsea, Tottenham, chop and change. It's not going to get you anywhere. If they're building something and they've invested into the project, they need to stick with the project. As Mike says, yeah, if we go and we start skirting relegation, like towards then, yeah, that's a different situation. You have to say scrap the whole plan and go a different direction.
So here's the
But
thing.
at the moment, they need to back him and stick with him.
So here's the thing. So I'm 100% for backing him and sticking with him and all that story. However, so just before the North London Derby, it was seen to show that Tottenham are actually doing well financially, even better than Arsenal. And Arsenal have had to make some cuts to their staff members. And if they don't finish in the top 4 this season, they'll have to make some more cuts. So now the thing is, you need, even from Wenger's time, Arsenal needed to always finish in the top 4. Stability in terms of the club, attraction of players, and all that story. So now Arteta had the excuse of coming in mid-season. He pretty much came in to, switch up the damage that Unai Emery had left. So in his first season, if he doesn't finish in the top 4, are you sure that's still not going to go against the 5-year plan?
No, the thing is, he can't finish in the top 4.
Why not?
Given this being the COVID season, the way this season has been a bit weird, and the investment that it takes to get in the top 4, he was never going to finish in the top 4 this season with all the work that he had to do, clear out players in, get a solid base and team that believe in the way he's playing and understand the way he wants it to play. He wasn't going to do that this season. And if anyone thought that Arsenal were going to finish in the top 4, they're living in dreamland. You needed a fluke this season for it to happen.
Liverpool might not have been finished in the top 4. So why would we? Why it's a must for Arteta, and the current champions might not have been finished in the top 4. Man, you might drop out of the top 4. By the way, let's have that right now.
If you think about it, right, he's only probably got a squad now, post January, of what he wants. He's actually been able to clear out the majority of the players that he didn't want around the club. So now he's got an Arsenal squad that's probably all listening and pulling in the same direction. Yeah.
For me, yeah. Year 3 or what's this year 2 for him or year 1? I don't even know.
Second year. 18 months.
So the first 2 years he needed to steady the ship, get rid of the rot, get a couple of players in. The third year, which will be next year, he has to make into top 4. He gets into top 4, hopefully. Then you've got 2 more seasons to you get better players as you get the Champions League, etc. And then by the 5th season, if all things go to well, we're at least challenging. I'm not saying we'll win it, probably we won't, but at least we're in the conversation. That's a basic move.
Here's my thing. So So both of you are Arsenal fans, and I like
Mhm.
the you're optimistic about what the future might bring. So me being a big time Arsenal disliker, and all
Pizzagate.
that, sorry, and me being a neutral. So this is my argument, or this is what I'm thinking. So you guys believe what you guys are saying to me, and Dwayne, help me out here. What they are saying is that nobody in the hierarchy in Arsenal expected you to finish in the top four this season. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't think
I don't believe they did. I don't
they
believe they did.
expected. You can't expect it. Given where we were, how can you expect top four? It's impossible.
Where did we finish last season? 8th?
I don't even know. That's
Ninth?
how bad it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can you
So
expect top four off the
What
back
do
of
you
that?
what do you think, Dwayne? What do you think? We need an outside perspective from this.
What I want to kind of ask Mike and Steve, because I don't know, it's not a rhetorical question, it's not a stupid, cheeky question or anything. It's a real question. West Ham, obviously sniffing around Champions League spots at the moment. Are Arsenal more financially secure than them at the moment?
Yeah, I would say so.
yeah.
But the reason why I'm asking is because the point Steve was making about, being financially secure and being in a financial position to be able to challenge and what have you. And obviously West Ham are not at the present moment in time. So in regards to you guys, do you feel it is about the finances or more about the players not bringing to the table what they should be bringing? What do you guys think?
Over the course of a normal season, it's finances because you need a better quality of player to challenge like the Man City, Liverpool in a normal season. Yeah,
And a 1-0
this
season though.
yeah, and
Wow.
this season is a weird season. You've seen the amount of results that's have been upside down, so to speak, gone against form. The amount of teams that's won away from home and stuff like
Shouldn't
that.
that be a reason why Arsenal should have taken advantage?
We should have,
Everyone's saying,
and to be honest, if you look at it since the new year, if we cut out a lot of the mistakes that we've had probably in our last 5-6 games, we would have been on a winning streak.
Also,
I'm not even
unlucky.
joking. I'm not even joking when I say this. When the season started, I expected Arsenal to be top 2, top 3. I'm not joking. And the reason why I thought that you were going to be top 2, top 3 is because I thought the fact that the fans weren't there, I thought that's going to play into Arsenal's hands. We all know how majestic Arsenal's football is. They can sometimes play you off the park. And I expected that over and over, home and away.
And Man City.
No, Liverpool, Man City, yes, argue better. This is what I'm saying, top 2, top 3. Now, in regards to you guys, you're a possession-based team. Well, I believe you are. If you correct me if I'm wrong.
We're only starting to find that fluidity going forward post-January.
Okay,
in the early parts of the season, we were struggling to create going forward.
The question,
I agree.
Do you think you had? Okay, first of all, this is a yes or no. Dwayne, from what you know, do you think does Arsenal have a better team this season than last season?
I don't even remember Arsenal last season, man. I'm probably the wrong person to ask. I don't really know their squad too tough.
Yes.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question.
No, wait. Just so, do you have a better team this season than last season?
Well, we are a better team. Necessarily, we're not necessarily. Well, who did we add? Partey. We only added Partey, right? And
Gabriel, Partey.
So we are a team, but we're playing as a better team as well.
So is it possible for me to look at it in this way and go, okay, last season these guys they didn't have as good a team as they have this season, but they beat Man City and Chelsea to win the FA Cup, and they beat a very good Man City and a very good Chelsea team. So it wasn't like, oh, they were having a down day. It was you pretty much outplayed them, especially Man City in the semi-final. Aubameyang was firing on all cylinders, blah 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 blah. So if you could do that last season, shouldn't the expectations surely should be higher coming into this season, especially if you have a team?
Yeah, but no, that's a cup though. That was cups. That's not league. So getting it right in 2 games against top quality sides, yeah, that can work. But when you have to keep a constant level of high performances, that squad last season wasn't able to do that, and this squad this season wasn't able to do that. And I've only seen it in them since January, where they seem more fluid, they seem more happy. Yeah, there is a couple of off the field stuff that I think they still need to sort out. One of them is addressing the fact that why, all right, Williams got 4 or 5 assists recently, but why he's constantly picked above other players that are trying to bring stuff to the table, like Pepe, because Pepe has upped his game and he's been effective. He's been effective. Martinelli's still not getting a shout, and it just seems there's a couple of just 1 or 2 off the field things going on. Whereas last season it was a whole load of others. A whole pre-January, it was a whole load of stuff.
Okay. Well, we shall see. So, in other words, so in a very simple sentence, Steve, you're happy with Arteta and him being given enough time to restart what used to be Arsenal. Yes.
It'll be a different Arsenal. Time and money, a little bit more money.
Mike.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm happy. I'm content that we're making progress. He's made some boo-boos, like Williams, for example, of that. But I'm content that we're ticking along. Can I ask you a quick question, though? So we're talking about expectation regarding Arsenal and blah, 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 blah. And I'll throw in a comparison. So this season, I expected Chelsea to be smashing it out of the park and winning, maybe even winning the title, given all the players that they had just bought and blah, blah, blah. That didn't materialize, even though on paper they've got...
And that's exactly what sacked Frank Lampard. That's exactly why they sacked Frank Lampard, because
I know, but at the start of the season, before they sacked Lampard, the expectation was Chelsea would do a lot better with all the finance that they've spent. That didn't materialize, and they sacked the manager. There were a lot of comparisons given between Lampard and Arteta, young managers, ex-players, blah 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 blah. And for me, Chelsea looked like the better team on paper, but actually it looks like Arteta's outlasted him, but is that because he's actually a better manager, which I think he is personally, but is it just that, or is it just because our hierarchy have a long-term view and Chelsea have a short? So in other words, if Lampard was at Chelsea, would he still be, if Lampard was at Arsenal, Arsenal and vice versa?
I think Lampard didn't show he had a vision. They signed a lot of players, whether that's Lampard that signed them or the club that signed them, but he didn't have a vision of where he was going. And that's one thing that Arteta's, you can credit him, is that he has a vision, the way he wants the team to play, the formation, stuff like that. But Lampard was just all over the place, chopping and changing. He just didn't make any sense. And the players that came in, they weren't performing for whatever reason. But Lampard didn't know how to manage them. You know what I mean? But yeah, to me, I always said that Lampard's going to be the first manager to be sacked this season anyway. Should have put some money on it.
If Arteta was at Chelsea, do you think he'd still be there now?
Oh, he would have been gone. He would have been
long gone.
But see, I don't think whoever the manager was or whoever the manager is at Chelsea, you get to a particular point.
I think the output will be different.
You don't perform, you're gone. If you, regardless of who you are in Chelsea, you get to a particular point, you don't perform. That's it. And first of all, the breakdown for Chelsea is very simple. Nobody gives you 200 million and not expect you to win the league. Nobody. Gives
I think with the 200 million, Arteta would have done better business, and he would have got more. He would have got better out of the players because there would be no chopping and changing. Conte, Jorginho, Kovacic, Mounts leading your line. The centre back stuff was never sorted out. You know, you brought Thiago Silva in, but who's his partner? You know what I mean? It's just all over the place.
You say that
you brought in a left back, and you still got Alonso.
You said that, Dwayne. We were talking about this last week, and the question I asked last week was, "What's Tuchel doing that Lampard wasn't doing?" But and everybody forgets that. If you actually look at Lampard's record, it wasn't actually that bad.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't actually that bad. So, I actually feel like what you said, Steve. I think Tuchel goes into that dressing room and he says, "Look, what's his name? Alonso, you're going to play the next 4 games. Chilwell, you play the next 3 games. The reason I'm telling you this is because you have more pace than Alonso. Alonso can deliver." So I think with Tuchel, he gives the players a vision and he gives them an understanding as to, look, this is why I'm playing this, and this is what, and then of course he's very hoggy with the players. They know exactly. Rudiger is back in, Christensen is back in, So you might be you're probably right on the vision thing. And Frank Lampard was trying to use the whole old school method of playing tomorrow, or and all that. But generally, I think Chelsea being everybody knows Chelsea is a sacking club. So you come in, you win a title. The next season, if you don't win anything, even if you're second, you're gone. So that's. Well,
Is that the same for?
Yeah, sorry, go on.
But is that the same for Man United? Because you spent loads of money and
but we didn't spend 200 million in one season.
But how much have you spent over the course of the season and you haven't won the title yet?
But we've won the FA Cup, Europa Cup.
The problem with Lampard as well is when he hit that slump, no one saw a way out of it. No one believed that Lampard knew a way out of it.
Yeah, that's
when they hit that slump.
The players didn't believe him anymore. So it was a case of once the players go, oh, I don't think this is working. That's it. Goodbye, my lover.
Yeah, you're done out here once that happens.
And the thing is, to show at the moment, he might not. It's going to be interesting to see what he does in the transfer window, because the problems for me that he needs to address are at the back.
Oh, with Chelsea?
Say again?
With Chelsea?
Yeah.
At the back?
They've got loads of players.
No, you need a solid goalkeeper. If the defenders don't believe in the goalkeeper,
Mendy has had more clean sheets than appearances.
Still not convincing though.
For you or generally?
Generally, if you look at him, he's not a convincing keeper.
First of all, this is the thing, and which is this is the thing. Steve is the goalkeeper, so
goalkeepers union.
Yeah, goalkeepers union.
Goalkeepers union. I'll be back in a minute.
Goalkeepers union. Steve is always. To be fair though, Steve is always giving. There are two things Steve does. He always gives the goalkeeper credit when the striker misses the shot. He spread himself. He was positioned, and then Steve is actually quite what's it called? Has a very high standard when it comes to his goalkeeper. So I understand. But before we talk about goalkeepers, going back to the Arsenal Tottenham, and of course since we're bringing up positions, Dwayne being the defensive man out here. I'll start with Dwayne. Dwayne, what do you think about Thomas Partey's performance? And the reason I ask you this is because, as far as I'm concerned, he played the first 75 minutes of that game. After that, the man was thinking about something else. What do you think?
So, the thing is with Thomas Partey, we need to remember, right, that he is a box-to-box midfielder. He's not a defensive midfielder. And I'm worried that Arsenal are going to pigeonhole him into that defensive midfield position. That's not his game. It's the same way they used to do that with Alexander Song as well. People used to be like, why is the guy not holding? It's not his game either. I'm worried about that. Now, he's clearly shooting the same way that I sometimes shoot. I mean, I see some wayward shooting at the moment, all right? But that's gonna get better. That's gonna get better. And in regards to his game, 75 minutes, he was brilliant, man. I mean, Partey is class. He's class. As far as I'm concerned, all Arsenal need. I mean, they're not going to get Frank Kessie now from the likes of AC Milan, but they need someone else who will also go with that Graf mentality, to get rid of Xhaka, basically. If Arsenal can get someone else with that mentality to go with Partey and Odegaard, you're back in top four. It's as simple as that.
But first things first, since Thomas Partey has come, I think Xhaka has played better. I think
he's played better.
He has.
He has given Xhaka some sort of guile, and I think Xhaka now looks and goes, okay, I can actually push forward, or I don't have to.
Exactly.
He
has.
However,
but Arsenal can always do better, and we know this.
Your argument about the box-to-box midfielder, with the way football is now, all defensive midfielders have to be able to push forward, have to have some sort of supply in their game, have to be able to hold the ball longer. So you saying he's a box-to-box midfielder, regardless of whether he's a box-to-box or a holding, he will still have to push forward. So
of course. But the majority of defensive midfielders, they get pigeonholed, okay, and they're just stuck, in that hole. Now, the defensive midfield position is evolving, but I just don't want people to be thinking that defensive midfield position means this is your centre circle and this is where you stay. The days of Makelele and people like that, them days are gone as a defensive midfielder. You look at someone like Casemiro, Look how he pushes forwards for Real Madrid, right? So he is what's called an evolving defensive midfielder. He's not the same as what he used to be. Partey has never been that defensive midfielder. He's always been box to box, up and down like a Frank Kessie. That's all I'm saying is I don't want him to be pigeonholed. That's what I'm saying.
The game on Sunday, I don't think Partey's problem is to do with his positional sense. I actually think Partey's got a bit of a fitness issue.
Yeah,
when he got to 75 minutes, the game, he was just, I don't know whether it's knackered, felt a niggling injury, but he seems like he lost concentration along with the rest of the side. And David Luiz summed it up really well. They started playing with emotion. They wasn't playing the game. They were all emotional and all happy.
Yes.
But why would you be emotional against 10 men? And okay, I like what you said about Partey. I think yesterday was probably the first game he has played 90 minutes, or the second game he's played 90 minutes in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you might be right about fitness. However,
and there's a lot going on as well. It's not really fit, but there's a lot going on in the Premiership game compared to a European game in terms of the speed of stuff happening.
It's just constant.
So I just think he still needs to adjust to that. He'll come through it.
Mike, speed against 10 men though, in a game that you're winning and you were playing.
But it's 10 men. It's 10 men in the Prem, first of all, and you're playing a North London derby. And he's actually 45. He's not 28 like he says he is anyway. So that's it.
But the thing is, 10 men, Arsenal fans know that more than anybody. A side of 10 men can easily turn over a side of 11. Yeah, we used to do a lot at the time. Yeah, it's just about you get complacent. You think you don't need to, and we stop pressing.
Yeah, Moria was running left, right, dribbling through people, and he couldn't hack it.
Yeah, we changed the way we started playing.
Well, he could hack it for the first 25 minutes. So other than fitness.
Oh wait, hold on.
Other than fitness.
Wait, hold on. The first half, at least minimum, they weren't on us. They were sitting back.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So
he wasn't challenged in the first half, at least, because they were just sitting back, low block, all that sort of stuff, and we were just playing. He was tinkering. It was like a La Liga game. Last 15 minutes was like a Premiership game. By that time, he's knackered, and it's
the thing is, after the 75 minutes and Tottenham went down to 10 men, then they changed their shape. They started moving around all over the place. Yeah. And I think Arsenal, we wasn't good in handing off players and using the 11 to mark the 10. We stopped pressing. We took Smith Rowe off, Willian come on, and we just started to sit more. And it went negative.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand why Tottenham did not play that style of football at the beginning,
because he went on the game that we played them at their ground. He just sat and then tried to catch us on the counter, and then that went out the window for them as soon as Son went off.
It was brilliant. When they went down to 10 men, it was a different style of football. And to be honest, if they played that with the 11 men, I think they could have done Arsenal. But it was just the strangest thing, and that's got to be frustrating for Tottenham fans as well. You know, to see that last bit of play, that last final third, to think, right, we can actually push, we can actually go at a team. It shouldn't just take you going out to 10 men. It's ridiculous.
Also, they got lucky that Lacazette was up front, because if it was any other striker, we'd have got 3 or 4 goals. Lacazette was.
First of all, Mike. I think I've always thought that you've always been too hard on Lacazette. You're always willing to pass. Wait, one second. But then there was a pass that he dummied in the 18.
Hey, Jesus! Can you imagine that? Hey!
Mike ain't ever gonna do that. I tell you that much.
Yeah, if we're winning 5-0 and we're doing champion football, I might do that. If we're losing 1-0 and I've already missed a couple of chances, even if it's on my left peg, I'm hitting that ball. I don't care what nobody says.
But saying that though, Cedric did hit the post. If it went in, everyone would be saying, "Lack a great dummy." That's what. But he hit the post. But the thing is,
went in. That was goal of the month. Simple thing.
The thing is with Laka is that
he's a nutter.
He does stuff in holding the ball up and stuff for Arsenal that no other striker does.
Yep.
And when he's not playing in games, especially big games, it's a very noticeable miss. So you can kind of like sacrifice sometimes and say, yeah, he's not going to be as clinical and get 1 in 2 chances or something like that, but he gives so much else to the team.
But we can get a better version.
Is that why you think? So I agree with you, Steve. He's a hustler. He can use box-to-box energy.
Martinelli.
Yeah, but then I was just about to ask. So Martinelli pretty much looks like a up-and-coming version of Lacazette. Probably a better finisher.
Yeah, way better.
But so who do you start? Both of them fit, ready to go. Who do you start?
You just have to ease Martinelli in.
Lacazette, because Martinelli, he's like Smith Rowe for me. I'm very concerned about the injuries that they can sustain. And when I see them on the pitch, as soon as they go down, I think they might be like glass. And are they going to be out for a certain length of time? So I think both of them we need to treat with kid gloves and bring them in
But Steve,
slowly and on.
If you don't play him in this season when we're basically not going to get top 4, when we play them, when it actually matters, when we're trying to go for top 4.
No, I'm not disputing that he should be in the squad. I'm not saying I don't think he should be starting games, but he should be in the squad and be coming on doing 15, 20 minutes a game until and so he builds it up. You know what I mean? The Europa Cup game coming up, he should be in the starting 11. Because we're 3-1 up.
In an outside perspective, Dwayne, Lacazette or Martinelli?
The worrying thing is I'm going to say Lacazette. Now, the reason why I'm worried about saying Lacazette is because I can't see Arsenal improving with Lacazette. And it goes back to that whole thing with you that Mike was saying earlier about that 5-year challenge, that they've got, that Arsenal put in front of themselves. I don't know if Lacazette is that striker, that go-to striker. How are Arsenal going to improve? I don't.
No, I'm talking for the rest of the season. I'm not talking about next season.
For next season, who starts?
Okay, Steve. Yeah, next season, who starts? Lacazette or Martinelli?
To me, Lacazette wouldn't be at the club.
So
okay,
so you would replace him.
So then Martinelli still doesn't start. We just buy somebody better.
Martinelli has to have patience, mate. He come last summer. He's young. He's got to earn his minutes.
But why should he have patience when Saka and the man are doing their bits now? If it's you, why would you?
No, because he's not in it, because his position. 1, he was injured long term, and he's coming back. 2, his position is not. How can I say? There's other people to play in his positions. So he's playing left. He plays left wing or up front. Martinelli, yeah, right. And in both those positions, we've got players that can play it.
Okay, if you're a striker and you see Lacazette ahead of you, slicing the ball, dumbing it in the box, or that madness that the guy does,
scoring a penalty.
That's what he scores, his penalties. Anyway, would you be thinking, I got to buy my time. This guy's doing the business. You will surely think this guy's not doing the business. I can do as well as him.
Yeah, you would be thinking that, but you're not gonna get. You shouldn't be happy that you're sitting on the bench, but at the end of the day, you should be saying my time's gonna come.
Well, hold on, let me just catch you out there real quick, Steve. Though, we're championing your boy Eddie to be playing regular.
Eddie Nketiah.
Yes.
Yeah, earlier in the season, yeah.
So how come Eddie can play, but then Martinelli can't play?
This is before January, yeah, when Martinelli's out. As I said to you, Martinelli for me needs to take his time and come back. Yeah. So
you're hating on him because he has injuries.
No, it's not hating on him. It's not hating on him, but I'm not one to rush him in because at the end of the day, it can cause more damage. How long was he out? He should be using the rest of this season to get back up to speed. Well, he shouldn't be looking to be starting for us.
I think that's not up to him though. So I think he's probably very eager and he goes, "Oh, I'm ready to start." And the medical team looks at him and goes, "Yes, I think this guy can
start."
So he's very unlucky.
Start or play.
Play. Sorry. I
agree. He should be playing.
I think he's one of those that probably gets injured quickly, recovers quickly, and everybody's happy because he brings an extra guile to the team. Well, we shall see what happens.